Okay, so before we move any further, we're just going to make a save of our file by pressing Control S or going up to File, Save. Just best practice to always save our document when working in Photoshop. Okay, so now that we have our subject cut out and we have the hair and edges refined, I'm just going to go to our hair layer here and right click and convert that to a smart object. And I'm going to do the same with the edge refinement layer. Right click, convert to smart object. And so once I've done that, I'm just going to hold shift and select all these three layers, which is the subject layer and the two edge refinement layers. And I'm just going to click on this little folder icon. So it's going to turn that into a group, and we're just going to rename that by double clicking on it to subject. So now we have the subject in its own group, and so we can just click on this color fill layer here and just press delete to remove it. So now we're just going to place the subject in the scene using transform, and then we'll move on to the adjustment layers and getting the color and lighting correct on the subject. So I'm just going to go up to edit, free transform with the folder selected, and this will enable us to transform this group and position the subject into a desirable position here on the canvas. So I'm just going to move the baby just to a place where I feel like it's sitting well. So we don't want it too large. I'm just going to make sure it's as though the baby is really sitting there. It seems to sit pretty nicely there. If you can actually rotate as well by moving up to the corner here, you'll see it turn to rotate. You can actually rotate your subject, but I'm pretty happy with how the baby is positioned. I might add a slight rotation, and I'm just going to double click and confirm the transform just there. So once that's done, I'm just going to save that again, Control S, or go up to File, Save. And now we can move on to adding our adjustment layers.